Salam, namaste, hello. Welcome to The Print. My name is Amana Begum and I'm the regular columnist with ThePrint. Once again, I'm going to discuss my article. As usual, I do every week. I believe personally that this is very important article and everyone who worry about India as a country and Indian security should read and read this article basically. So this week I have written about the um, basically how we should go about the Islamist terrorist organization and about their culture and how they basically work and what is their motive and ho- should we just totally dismiss it as not being Islamic? Does that going does that work, and will that bring any solution or not? So I have addressed all those issues, and I'm going to talk about a few of them here in video. For more, I would suggest please go and read that article. It's very important article. So I decided to write about this article after reading the recent development where IIT Guwahati um, um, engineer, basically the youth student, got radicalized and was trying to join ISIS, which led to the arrest of ISIS India head Faruqi and um, um, his associate Anurag Singh. And this is very important. So when we talk about this kind of organization, we always think that they are only going to target Muslim youth, Muslim impressionable and gullible minds. That's not true. So this Anurag basically converted into Islam, but he was a Hindu youth who could also be a target and can be radicalized and brainwashed. So we have to understand that it's not only about belonging to certain community. It's about how you perceived thing, how you it's basically about a battle of ideas. So um, and another concern which we are facing as Indian citizen is that now we can see that someone like Adnan Ali Sarkar, very well educated doctor, whom we will not see as a victim at any level. I mean, he has everything in an average Indian citizen would dream about. And also someone like Mubin, uh, a well-educated engineer. So why these people are also be joining this kind of organization or getting swayed by this ideology? While one thing I would mention that we do not have a very huge problem that not not very big population or big numbers of Indian Muslims are joining and being being swayed by this ideology and organization, but even in a few numbers are problem. So there can be only two reasons to join certain this kind of organization or um, being associated with this ideology is first is the idea of supremacy, where you believe that everyone should be governed by the Sharia, and the second is the idea of victimhood, where you perceived yourself victim even you are a doctor and successful engineer, just by getting associated with the identity, because it's a borrowed victimhood. So we have to understand these nuances, and also very clearly we have to realize that Islam has a many interpretation, many sects, Shia, Sunni being two main, and ISIS is also follow certain kind of interpretation within the Salafism. Not all Salafists are jihadist. They have a different subcategories in it. There is a silent one. There are people who are just do their activism, and there are people who believe in resorting to the violence to achieve those goals. So and there are different kind of Muslim as well. So what I see in especially in social media landscape, there's a two divide, there is a no nuances. You would see a certain kind of specifically right wing influencer who try to portray that this extremist interpretation is the mainstream kind of, which clearly is fringe interpretation. And majority of Muslim reject this idea, do not believe in this idea. Even there are fatwa has been issued by the Islamic majority nation that they are quarries. If you want to, you can Google and read about it more. So them being in agreement with the interpretation of ISIS and Al Qaeda and extremists and saying this is all what Muslim community believe in is a one problem. I mean, yes, that can definitely bring them more likes, and they can boost about their this acceptance newfound. And the one more important thing, these right wing influencers have no expertise to claim that what they are saying there is any basis in it. They just say it because they feel like they can. There is a freedom of speech and they can, but they do not understand the difference even between what's the difference between the five basic principles and the Sharia. So the one landscape which is totally generalized, oversimplified the issue, and then another side, yeah, the totally opposite side, which would only bring the apology of extremism. They will only say that ISIS is un-Islamic, it's not Islamic. What kind of, I mean, it feels like they are more interested to some kind of bring defense of the community and the Islam rather than really finding a solution. And which basically gives this kind of ideology b- mm, basically a kind of cover, because until unless we bring this idea on table and bring the counter idea within the society, and let discussion happen on it within the community, especially we cannot save our youth, we cannot give them the reason that why they are wrong, what interpretation they are telling you, because they use basically Islam, they have entire doctrine of jihadism. You cannot just say that there's nothing Islamic about it and it will be just done. People who are curious, people who want to find answers, they will listen to them. So you have to bring the counter argument of it instead of just rejecting it as un-Islamic. And I also quoted and about basically academic scholars that how their doctrine works. So I would suggest please go and read the article for better understanding. Thank you.